Hello, Professor. First, we want to say thank you for taking the time out to view our video presentation on information technology trends. Presenters will be myself, Crystal, Danielle, Lorraine, Vamshi, and Wasi. So basically, our objectives for this presentation includes giving a brief introduction on the IT trends that we have chosen, identifying and explaining the levels of the pyramid for enterprise design, return on investment on the IT trends, relating the trends to Porter's value chain and its impact. Now, as we know, information technology is basically a field that is concerned with advancements in technologies and other aspects associated with managing and processing of information, especially within a large organization or business. Now, due to the transition from Industry 3.0 to 4.0, or rather the fourth industrial revolution, there have been a wide range of evolving IT trends. The trends that we will be focusing on, however, includes artificial intelligence, virtual reality, cybersecurity, cloud computing, quantum computing, blockchain, 5G proliferation, RPA, cloud migration, and digital platforms. No, regardless of the ethical and social issues associated with these trends, for example, bias and discrimination, lack of privacy, and for example, virtual reality that causes motion sickness, regardless of all these ethical and social issues, these trends can basically be valuable and beneficial to all businesses within all organizations and industries based on whether or not the company uses these trends in an appropriate manner. So for example, we have companies such as Amazon, Facebook, and Walmart, which uses predictive analytics, which is a part of artificial intelligence. So what they do is basically to use this to understand their consumer behavior. Now, this is beneficial to these organizations because it basically improves their customer experiences. Now, other values includes gaining a competitive advantage within the industry and increasing the company's ROI, which will basically come out in the rest of the presentation. But for now, I will move over to Lorraine, who will be expounding on the pyramid of design.
Thank you, Crystal. The pyramid of enterprise design consists of three corporate levels: business strategy, corporate execution, and enabling technologies. The first level of the pyramid, business strategy, addresses particular business model the company uses. For instance, if it is a hybrid or is it a corporate model. The business strategy also involves the organization's methods to evaluate its targets and corporate goals. The second level highlights the firm's execution of its business model. Here, the company would have identified the IT trend that it uses. Corporate execution is the building block of operations, the operating model, and the go-to market. For example, Netflix uses platform and pipeline in its operations, while Amazon and Roblox uses artificial intelligence in their go-to market to promote their businesses. And finally, enabling technologies. The third layer provides different IT trends that the company uses daily. For example, Industry 4.0 Amazon uses artificial intelligence and machine learning throughout most of its operations and services, as well as its warehouse operations. Next slide, please. When we apply the pyramid enterprise design to Airbnb, which is a guest house or a hotel business, the business strategy level includes hardware such as computers, printers, servers, and other network equipment for the office staff. The software would be Microsoft Office, data analytics like Tableau, and any other IT software used to capture data. Corporate execution is a critical level in effective functioning of Airbnb. Execution includes both the commercial and technological aspects. The mobile app is the main interface that guests use to interact with Airbnb. The mobile app is available on iOS and Android. Finally, technological advancement can provide seamless business execution. With the use of cloud computing technologies, the Airbnb business can make reservations, accept payments, and review occupancy level. Over to you, Wasi.
Thank you, Lorraine. I will be talking about ROI, return on investments on these IT trends. First of all, what is ROI? Basically, return on investment tells us how much money we have made or lost in an investment or project after accounting technique to assess their holdings and determine how well a specific investment has done in comparison to others. Why is it important? It is important to know if an investment will result in a positive return, which allows you to make financial decisions and will ultimately help you in successfully grow your business. What is a good ROI? Large corporations might enjoy great success with an ROI of 10% or even less, but small businesses owners usually have to take more risks. Most business experts advise buyers of small business to look for an ROI between 15 and 30%. ROI for technology investments. All the organizations know that achieving a positive return on investment is a good for business, and business should also take the time to calculate this important figure for any technology investments. Whether you are thinking about installing new applications or want to purchase new devices, calculating an ROI can help you to make a more informed decision, which can provide immediate and long-term benefits. Next slide, please. Here are some of the IT trends and the company's return on investment in that trend. Amazon Corporation is undoubtedly one of the top AI stocks in 2022, continuing a trend seen in recent years. Amazon has continued placing significant investments in AI and services. Amazon's technology trend AI spending is predicted to increase from 174 billion in 2020 to 271 billion by 2024. As a result of Amazon's heavy investment in artificial intelligence, they became the first company to provide virtual assistants. According to Amazon's financials, its cash capital expenditure of 21.9 billion in the first 9 months of 2020, but have accumulated 55.3 billion in operating cash flows, an increase of 56.4%. Coming to the ROI on a virtual reality, a gaming company called Roblox Corporation required an initial investment of $50 million. As a result of company's growth in 2021, Roblox Corporation generated 1.9 billion in revenues, an increase of 107% from the previous year. Now my friend Vamshi will take it from here.
Yeah, thank you, Wasi. Next slide, please. Yeah, I will discuss the other trends. Cloud migration. Netflix uses Amazon services as its cloud provider for its computing and storage needs. Netflix average cloud services cost the company over $9.6 million per month to invest in Amazon Web Services. As a result, return on investment gradually increased from 12.25% to 21.15% in the period of 2018 to 2021. Overall, Netflix investment in Amazon Web Services contributed in a positive way, and Netflix has significantly grown with AWS cloud migration. For 5G, we have taken Samsung Electronics. Samsung Electronics has used 5G technology to make wireless fiber available to its customers. According to research, Samsung is expected to invest $22.38 billion in 5G technologies. After their 2019 5G investment, their return on investment increased to 22% in the year 2020 and further to 33.7% in 2021. Overall, Samsung return on investment averaged at 12.8% from 2017 to 2021. Next slide, please. Cybersecurity. The Bank of Canada currently employs cybersecurity and its country's central bank. Bank of Canada has invested more than $155 million in cyber crimes. As a result, Bank of Canada deals with the latest technology and sensible information. Investment in cybersecurity will help to reduce cyber attacks on their servers and database. Quantum computing. OTI Luminonics is a OLED manufacturing company and one of the early adopters of quantum computing, which has increasingly invested in quantum specialists to design quantum computing software and algorithms for the development of materials. Quantum computers would cost over $4,900 to $10 million depending on the complexities. A staggering $450 billion yearly is predicted to be generated by quantum computing's productivity. Overall, quantum computers benefits end users in the form of cost savings and revenue potential. Next slide, please. Cloud computing. Recently, all enterprises are migrating corporate data to the cloud. Becoming cloud native is the emerging norm nowadays. Initially, cloud computing services cost over $399 to $14,999 per month. And the revenue growth for firms that adopted cloud technology rose from 2.3% to 6.9% in 2021. And coming to the digital platforms, as of 2021, there is a 19.04 return on investment in Airbnb through the help of digital platforms. Yeah, next slide will be explained by my team member, Daniel.
Thank you, Vamshi. Now, I will take you through the value chain. The value chain is a system of independent activities which are connected by linkages. The linkages exist if the way in which one activity is performed affects the cost or effectiveness of other activities. So in essence, linkages shows how a single activity affects other activities, thus serving as an important source of competitive advantage and value adding. The value chain classifies activities into primary activities and support activities. We will now look at the various activities involved in the value chain of a cloud service model. Next slide, please. Okay. Here you can see for the cloud service model, the primary core services layer. This layer incorporates core infrastructure services required for the development of any cloud service model. This layer consists of the hardware or fabric layer, which includes networking, processing, storage, and other device services. The second sublayer is the grid middleware services layer, which includes resource management services such as security, privacy, and operating system services. Moving on to the third layer is the software services sublayer, which includes software applications, gridification services, developing tools. Now, finally, the data and content services sublayer, which includes data creation, aggregation, and distribution services. Now, the support services comes with two layers. You have the cloud-oriented support services layer and the business-oriented support services layer. For the cloud-oriented services layer, this layer incorporates all activities developed solely to support and enable the cloud in real-world markets. Services in this category are normally developed and deployed based on customized or specific needs. Whereas some clouds need all these services, others may need just a few. And in many cases, services from this layer are bundled with core activities and are provided as a full package offered by some of our cloud service providers. And you would find sublayers such as cloud financial management services, technology operator services, cloud-oriented value-added services, which are usually customized. Now, moving on to the business-oriented support layer, this layer represents all non-technical business services that support businesses and cloud industry businesses, such as financial management services and marketplace services. Now, with products or services, all products and services should pass all activities of the chain sequentially, and at each activity, the service gains some value, which is considered the profit, or in this case, the margin. I will now hand over to Lorraine, who will take us through the recommendations and conclusion.
Thank you, Daniel. Having researched the 10 information technology trends, cloud computing is considered most important. And as such, our team highly recommend this trend for the following reasons. One of the main benefits of cloud computing is that it reduces costs significantly. Companies no longer need to invest in expensive on-premises hardware or software. Instead, cloud-based applications and services can be accessed on a pay-as-you-go basis. Secondly, cloud computing is highly scalable. Companies can efficiently and swiftly scale up or down their usage of cloud-based resources according to the demands. This scalability reduces risk and gives cloud computing users advantages over their competitors. It can assist businesses achieve greater agility. Firms can be more responsive to market conditions, changes, and quickly launch new applications. Finally, one major concern every business has is security of data, and cloud computing offers improved data security. Cloud offers many advanced features that can restrict access to sensitive information, guaranteeing that data is securely stored and handled. We thank you for listening, and once again, we highly recommend cloud computing. Thank you.